Hey, how's everybody out there in DAR's world? Hope everybody's well. Here I have my great friend, Norma. What happened? I absolutely love her. She is from Wisconsin, and she is just a fabulous person. So, Norma, my love.
Hello!
Hello! How about you tell me just a little bit about your fitness background? Just, a tidbit.
Okay. Well, I've been teaching aerobic classes, since early 2005. And at the beginning of my aerobics classes, we're doing step classes, toning classes, that sort of thing. So that's where my background really started. But being in the fitness world, I've been in the gym all of my life, it seems. And so I've always had a passion for helping others to stay healthy.
That is awesome. So being in the fitness industry, we come across challenges. Being an instructor, when you first started out, I know I did years ago, when I first started as an instructor, I just had all these challenges at that time, what music to use, the proper step. At that time, it was step aerobics. I used to teach step. And putting my choreography together, 32 counts and whatnot. What challenges have you faced as an instructor when you started out?
Typically the same. Choosing music and also, as you say, to staying with the 32 count for step class was definitely, a challenge for those of us that were used to going to the class and not instructing the class. Mm-hmm. Also, now as a Zumba instructor, I think, I can relate more to that now because that, again, I've only been teaching for about 2 years for Zumba. Mm-hmm. So I would say that my biggest frustration when I was starting was choosing the music and making sure that the choreography was in tune with the music, because it's a big difference between step class 32 count and Zumba class where you are really feeling the music and dancing to the music. So I think that was very difficult. That was a struggle for me, because coming from an aerobic step 32 count going to a free to dance to the music. The other thing is putting it all together. I think that was one of the biggest things, putting together the choreography, making sure that you're teaching and leading, giving great eye contact, obviously, with the class, because you have to also instruct and you have to remember your choreography. So again, I remember those being very frustrating for me, trying to put it all together, eye contact, getting the class to enjoy the music, and for me as well, keeping the class in tune.
Mm-hmm. Now, do you find that is common among other instructors too? And I mean, I'm just not talking with, Zumba, Latin dance. I'm talking about other types of classes too that you teach.
Absolutely. And if you'll remember, as I was saying, the thing for me as a step class instructor, remember, we face the opposite direction. Mm-hmm. We're facing the mirror. Our backs are to the class. So again, I do believe that most instructors coming from my background, that is a challenge, because all of a sudden now we're eye to eye, toe to toe with them, leading Zumba. Mm-hmm. So that in itself was a big challenge for me.
Wonderful. So how did you find out about DAR's Fitness?
DAR's Fitness was brought to my attention through another Zumba friend, Leticia. Leticia and I had been at a Zumba event, and after we went out for dinner, and she's like, "Oh, I have to show you on my iPhone this fabulous site." And so I said, "Oh, well, I already have so many sites now, I don't think I could even take the time to go to another site. Are you nuts?" And we giggled and chuckled. Well, she took out her iPhone anyways, and so she went on to DAR's Fitness, and she was showing me all the music, and she showed me a little bit of the page, where at that time for her it was a premium site. For me, obviously, going into something like that, again, I was looking at it going, okay, another place, another avenue. I was really excited about it. And so that night immediately I got on my trusty little internet and I signed up for DAR's Fitness. It was fabulous, fabulous. I love the honesty and the energy that was coming right through the internet. It was amazing. I was like, wow, this is better than any of the Zen DVDs I'd received, because I felt like it was more in tune with what my needs were as an instructor. I guess it really sang to me when I got on your internet and darsfitness.com, because I felt like I could relate to you.
Aren't you a doll? You're so sweet. So being a premium member, how has it benefited you personally? I mean, you've touched upon that, but, you know, as far as like the choreography and you know, the music selections and those types of things, how have you benefited personally?
Well, okay, yeah, and for me, when I initially got on the site and I saw that there were a lot of other instructors that were also able to present their choreography, I thought that was fabulous. But for me, the reason why I chose the premium side was because I wanted your choreography, because I wanted to be able to have the opportunity to stay current. That definitely helps me, because the music that you're providing on the premium site is current. It's also music that not everyone has out here in the Wisconsin area. Again, that was a plus for me, because I am always looking for choreography and music that is going to make me stand out as a different instructor, because there's so many instructors that are constantly doing the DVDs and they're constantly doing the Zen music. For me, I prefer to be able to provide different and current music that I'm receiving from your premium side.
Wonderful. So last year, Norma, I came to Wisconsin. First time, I think, back in November or December, and I just fell in love with Wisconsin. Fell in love with you. I fell in love with just Wisconsin. You guys are like my family away from home. I just absolutely adore Wisconsin. And I had just so much fun. The experience was just priceless, that I just would love to pack up my family and move there. So what is your experience from the master classes that we've had in the past?
Well, I have to tell you, again, OMG, because the people here cannot say enough about it. And the first master class that we did at Innovative, that was awesome. It was hot. People were so excited by the movements. And I have to tell you, there are so many instructors that came to me and said, my God, DAR can make your body move in different ways that you don't even know you can move. I mean, it was awesome. It was high energy. It was exciting. It was new. The music, off the hook. People loved the music. It kept you going. It kept you wanting more. I guess that's what I've been hearing from all of the instructors that came to the master class. Those are the highlights of the master class. And if there was one thing that they would have done differently or would have asked us to do differently, it would have been to have the master class another half hour, because they really felt that they could have gone at least another half hour with you.
Yeah, after we went 2 hours. Yes. That's awesome.
Yes, they were excited. They wanted to be able to learn more choreography. And you have to remember, again, as I always go back to, we love you in Wisconsin as well. But the most instructors that I'm hearing, the feedback that I'm hearing from them is that you are easy to follow. You deliver different choreography than what we have available to us in Wisconsin, which is, as we always say, is muy caliente, the sexy DAR. But it also is that there is a personal feeling when they were able to come to the class, learn from you, get a great workout, and to also feel that personal side from you, that love from you. The love from the Wisconsin people is amazing for DAR. You say DAR, and they're just like, oh, my God, when's she coming? So it was absolutely fabulous.